So Casey, you told me Neil Ross, Farsley Celtic's first team manager, has asked you to do some analysis work with him.
Yeah.
So what does that entail?
I spoke to Rossi about some work that I'm doing for Leeds at the moment. He asked me to go in and assist with a lad that's coming in to do some analysis for him, to sort of bring over what I've learned and the things that I know in the game, to assist with the young lad that's doing it, just through the work that I'm doing for Bielsa at the moment, and obviously the way that his methods and things like that. Rossi just spoke to me, and we kind of come to an agreement that we're going to meet up and discuss it and see the plan moving forward.
So what will your role be then for Rossi?
Overseeing the lad that's coming in to do the analysis. So there'll be a young lad that's coming in to do the analysis, and I'll just oversee and kind of give him pointers on what we look for and what we want to collate. Instead of me going and doing it, I'll tell him what we're collating and kind of oversee the stuff that he's doing.
So then just to explain your history then with your partnership with Bielsa then. You told me you've worked there last season.
Yeah, I did the first season in the Prem, and then I'm going back this season to work as well. It's all from home. I get tasks and stuff to do. I'm having to collate minutes, watch games, where players are playing, how many minutes they've played, what position they played, if they got a yellow card, what minute the yellow card was in, just all sorts of stuff like that. There's a lot more behind it that goes into it, but it's about that information of how teams. It's not so much about Leeds, it's about the teams that we're playing. So what it'll be watching the game and then how they shape up and the movements that even like forward players make and how that forward player shot. It's all very, very minuscule detail that I'm working on and working towards.
Where was that relationship born between you and Bielsa?
As a Leeds fan, obviously what he's brought to the club is huge. I wrote him a letter. I actually got it translated by someone at work who then run it through an actual Spanish person. That I then sent the letter and didn't really hear anything. Then I got a letter back from Bielsa's assistant who sort of said, these are the terms and conditions, this is it, do you want to accept or reject? I ended up obviously accepting it, then got reached out. Somebody from Leeds United reached out and just sort of said, I've heard that you want to work, do you want to do that? And then just kind of got thrown at the deep end and just got cracking with it.
Had you had prior history doing that? Is that why you had the confidence then, obviously, to go to?
No, it was more of in my letter it had basically said, I'll pick cones up here. I just want to kind of see the methods and what you're doing. I was just being a coach from coaching, and then that kind of got offered to me, which is obviously a completely different dimension, and it makes me view football differently. Instead of it kind of being, this is what's going wrong, this is what we need to work on, this is the opponent that we have. It's the small details, and it helps me here as well, and what I'm building here as well.
And then just finally, you mentioned also Lutel's asked you to do some DPD work. Is that right? Yeah. Just explain that as well.
So the finer details have not been sorted out, but just sort of working with coaches and stuff in the club and potentially doing some personal development stuff. Obviously, what that entails, I'm not sure, but me and Lutel had a brief conversation about it.
Is it again kind of overseeing?
I'm not sure in what capacity that will be. Lutel was very complimentary of what I'm doing here and the kind of the outfit that we're building and the methods that I'm using. And I think that maybe he wants to have some other coaches come in and see what I'm doing and maybe for me to filter down what I'm doing and them to take. And people know themselves that when somebody's coaching, it's about taking the little bits from people that are doing well and making it your own. And I'm hoping that's kind of where I want towards.
Just finally, 8-0 tonight. Did it pretty much go perfectly? Yeah.
What I didn't like, and I said at half time, was it was like a pendulum. They were on top of us, then we were on top of them, and we had to just shore that up. And it was just those finer details at half time that we spoke about and how we can stop that happening. A couple of adjustments in terms of the way that we were built tactically, and then obviously we went and scored 7 in the second half, which suggests that they've listened and gone and done what I wanted.
Top man, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Cheers on.
What